On this introduction. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, meine Damen und Herren, señores y señoras, guten Abend, buonasera, buenas noches, kalispero, dobry wieczór, good afternoon, konbawa, xin chao, ni hao, konnichiwa, and not, no konnichiwa, but annyeong instead it is, so this was about 14 languages, not willing to say too much at the moment, but anyway, it is the best of three, it is the quarterfinals, it is the sixth version of the Epicup, and if you're not familiar with the Epicup, it is no big deal because this is quite a new tournament, and it was mainly held with German casters. I am actually the first caster to cast this tournament in English, and it's got a $50 prize pool. And interesting thing about this tournament, by the way, Razer is sponsoring this tournament. Interesting thing is, if there are more than 64 players participating, the prize pool is at $50. If there are more than 128 players participating, the prize pool already rises to $100. So the more players participating, the higher the prize pool gets. And this tournament will be played once again next week, and if it will be played next week, I'm pretty sure that there will be a lot of players participating in this tournament, even more than today. So we might even see $100 or higher prize pool, $100 or a higher prize pool next week. So it is Underdark against ZeRo. ZeRo was able to win against Nirvana. Underdark, for example, was able to win against Cyplo on the last match. And the last match was played on Icy Cup test box. So a lot of tournaments playing with the non-ladder maps. And I really like this. ESL playing on Go for SC2 with the Icy Cup maps. Craft Cup. Thinking about changing the maps, Computer Cup changing the maps, GSL, we saw already some great maps there, and I really like Tal'Darim Altar, which is played on the GSL. I like this map so much. I just heard about it, I checked the map pool myself, and I just played some games on it, and it's just so awesome. It looks cool. It is very macro oriented, and this actually Tal'Darim Altar is a map in this playstyle, and as I was watching the games on the GSL Team League, really reminded me a lot of those games we see right now at the OSL and the MSL. So a StarCraft 1-esque map, and really like the matches I saw there. So let's focus a little bit more on this game right now, and we see Underdark doing something really interesting. He is going for the one base into expand, one gate into expand. He is not going for a triple four gate, and why is this so curious? Of course, defending a fast expansion on Blistering Sands, I'm not so sure. And by the way, nearly a nice surround here with the probes, and the Reaper still got 0 kills. There's a Stalker. Stalker will take out the Reaper, so the Reaper was only there for scouting purposes. Does he know about this base? No, he does not, so he's still thinking, okay, there should be a 4-gate coming up pretty soon, but it is indeed instead a 2-gate ray into robo play here by Underdark, out of 2 bases pretty soon. But on the other hand, what is ZeRo doing? He's going for the Zedic opening, meaning he's got one barracks with a tech lab, he's got another barracks with a reactor, now adding a command center in there as well, and with this command center he will be able to expand himself, as like I said, get a good enough economy up, and this is... I'm not sure what I have to think about this. I mean, because of the fact that both guys going for some sort of expansion play, Underdark not going for the 4-gate, and ZeRo not going for the barracks all-in play, this is pretty interesting and entertaining at the same time, because I never saw in the last 2 months, I never saw a Protoss player lose against a Terran player when the Protoss player went for a 4-gate. Just a classical 4-gate, and abuse the backdoor entrance. Never saw a Protoss player lose. Not when I was playing as Protoss, not in the tournament I was casting, not in the tournaments I was watching. And that's why I'm really curious why Underdark decided to go for the expansion. Now ZeRo did the scan, now ZeRo is aware of it, but he shouldn't be too much behind, because yes, his income won't be zero, it will be maxed instead, because his orbital command is now landing. The harvest account is looking heavily in favor for Underdark, of course. Going for the one gate into expand is a much faster expansion than going for the Zedic opening into expand. Even though he might be behind 13 harvesters right now, ZeRo got double the mules every 80 seconds, got 2 mules being called down. And now Underdark's got the observer out, he spots all those mariners, he spots the marauders, and production tab is telling us that the stim is finished, the combat shield is halfway down, and he's getting more marines, he's getting more marauders. On the other hand, what is Underdark doing? He's running away with a stalker just in time before all those marines and marauders are here on this Zelnaga watchtower, and the more time ZeRo waste with not attacking, the better the position for Underdark will be, because yes, he's got one Colossus out, and I actually disabled the mouse scrolling. I don't want to zoom in with my mouse because my middle mouse button, my scroll wheel button on my mouse is broken a little bit, so I accidentally, like this, zoom in from time to time, and sometimes I don't realize that I zoomed in. So try to take care of this between the next two games. But anyway, so the longer ZeRo does not attack with his mariners and marauders, the better the position will be for Underdark, because ZeRo only's got the marines, the marauders, maybe some medivacs, but as soon as the Colossus count rises quite fast, and as soon as he's got all those sentries with the energy, for the force fields, he's got, at the moment he's got enough energy for 8 force fields, soon to be more, taking out this marine, so this marine actually does not know what's going on. The factory scouting all those units, actually these are not so many units, and he should really play some nice force fields, more gate units coming in. And there we see some force fields, not the best force fields at all, taking down this Colossus. But the question is at what cost, because actually I would have expected him to do much more damage with his marines and the marauders. Now ZeRo moving here to the front, wants to protect his bunker. The bunker just finished, the sentry still, the factory still alive. Second Colossus arrives. Now Underdark is moving out. Here's the match going on at the front. This bunker is under attack. Interesting force fields, and it's just the fact that ZeRo does not have too many units out there. He's got 3 marauders, 3 marines, and 1 Viking, and that's about it. So the superior economy for Underdark just kicking in. I mean, ZeRo was not really confident to win this, he just expected to lose this match anyway, so now it's on him to win the next 2 matches, and he's got the now he's got the complete map choice, and so I'm really curious where this is going. Might be Steps of War, might be something like Delta Quadrant, but to be honest, I think Delta Quadrant is not in the map pool anymore. I'm not familiar with the map pool. I will take a look pretty soon. So Underdark winning this first map here, the first game on Blistering Sands. No surprise, the Protoss winning against the Terran. And now we just have to wait for the next map. For the next lobby to open right away.